Hello, Dr. Tejeda here, and I'm going to very quickly go over speech 4, the final speech. So I want to thank you all for your hard work this semester and for doing the 3 speeches thus far. You've come a very long way, and I thank you for that. Speech 4 is probably the most realistic speech in terms of speech that you will definitely give in your life. And it is a commemorative or special occasion speech. And, in life, these are the speeches that matter, right? It's special occasions in our lives where we have an opportunity to say something meaningful about ourselves, about others. And so I want you to come up with a occasion, a wedding toast, a graduation toast. You could picture yourself as the best man at a wedding, or the maid of honor at a wedding, or simply as someone making a toast. You could put yourself at a graduation as a graduation speaker, or at a dinner where you're honoring the people who have supported you at your graduation, right? Like thanking your family and your friends for their support in your 4 years of college, for example. It could also be a quinceañera or a, a retirement party or a bar mitzvah, any occasion where you want to say something meaningful. And so for this speech, it's best if you put yourself in that space, meaning you're probably not going to have your retirement party, or you may not be graduating yet, but in a couple years. But if you can put yourself in that psychological space to give the speech you would give if you were in that place, then this speech will be very meaningful. You could also give out an award, or you could receive an award. Would all be examples of special occasion speaking. Okay, so for the speech, you're to deliver a commemorative or special occasion speech. So it's a specific type of speech, right, honoring a certain occasion. So come up with that occasion, whatever that occasion is. It could also be a birthday. It could be a anniversary of some sort, an anniversary to your parents, an anniversary of an important aspect of your life that you want to honor or cherish. And so come up with this kind of occasion. You want to apply the principles of public speaking you've learned thus far, right? So have your best delivery. I strongly recommend you take the no note card challenge, meaning you do it without a note card. You can do it. You've come this far. Try to do it without notes, without a note card. And I want you to use language effectively and appropriately for that particular occasion, whatever that occasion is. And you want to adapt the speech to your audience, and you want to have fun, right? You've come this far. This speech is an opportunity for you to say something meaningful. You don't have to preview. You don't have to cite sources. There's no requirements like that at all. You just have to say something meaningful and heartfelt that would honor a specific occasion in your life. And so when I say put yourself in that space, I mean in the psychological space, right? Unless you really film yourself at a wedding or at a quinceañera or at your parents' anniversary, it's going to be practice run of this speech no matter what, but it's still an opportunity for you to say something meaningful. Okay, so thank you for your hard work this semester. Let's make speeches of praise or special occasion speeches that honor an occasion. You can simply do a toast speech. So coming up with a toast that you would give, say, at a wedding for the rehearsal dinner, right? The night before the wedding or the day before the wedding, there's often a rehearsal dinner. And you could just simply come up with a toast honoring the bride and the groom. That would be fine and acceptable. Or any other kind of special occasion speech applying what you now know of public speaking. So, definitely extemporaneous. I strongly suggest that for this speech you don't even use a note card, that you hold your outline in your head. You can praise a person, a place, an event, or a thing that has influenced you in a positive way. Yes, you could also do praising of a person that you look up to or that is important to you in your life. You could also do a eulogy or elegy. Eulogy honors someone who is deceased, and elegy is just a more poetic version of that. Those would also be fine. It may help. It will definitely help to visualize yourself at a wedding, a banquet, or an award ceremony. So it'll really put yourself in that headspace to visualize yourself in that space. Make a speech act that is commemorative for the occasion so that it honors the occasion. It is probably best to be genuine. Parody and satire will not be as meaningful as something heartfelt. That's more of a note to me. I have a tendency to be sarcastic, and so it's just better to try to say something meaningful if you can. Which is not to say that humor isn't important in a speech like this. Humor goes a long way, especially at weddings and these kind of occasions. There's no doubt that funny speeches are effective when it comes to special occasions. So don't be afraid to be funny, but at the same time, try to say something meaningful. Choose a topic that helps you genuinely feel an emotion. If you choose a person to praise, it could be a family member, a friend, a teammate, a group member, or a coworker, anyone you personally know or have known. This person may be living or deceased, right? So, yeah, come up with a person, a place, and put yourself in an occasion and try to honor that occasion. Again, it could also be a wedding, right, where you honor your friend who's getting married and welcome their new partner into their life, right? That would also work. So requirements, extemporaneous delivery. Again, I strongly recommend you take the no note card. I can't say that. The no note card challenge, which would be no note card at all. Practice and prepared from an outline, but you get up there and you don't need your note card. I think that would be effective, especially for a wedding, that kind of thing. You would just grab the mic and really own it. This speech is short, just 2 to 3 minutes, right? Just 2 to 3 minutes, right in that sweet spot. Don't go over. Don't go very much under, and just be right in that sweet spot. It should be short and sweet and heartfelt, and it shouldn't be that hard a speech in terms of what you now know about structure, right? This structure, there's no requirements for structure necessarily, so you don't have to turn in an outline or anything like that. You do want to engage the audience values, right? So thinking about the occasion and thinking about the audience's values, what's important to the audience. Also honoring the sort of emotion for the occasion, right? So a funeral has a very different emotion than a birthday. Funeral has a different emotion than a wedding, right? And so to tap into those emotions, a good extemporaneous speech is going to evoke the pathos for the occasion. It's really gonna tap in to emotional appeals that play well in that occasion, right? What's the general feeling at a wedding, right? It's going to play on those feelings, play on those emotions, that kind of pathos. Also, make sure to use appropriate and fitting use of language, right? So crafting language that meets that honors that occasion. I think don't be afraid to be poetic, right? At a funeral, you wouldn't be afraid to be poetic at a wedding, right? You could really use language effectively to honor that occasion. So you get to pick whatever special occasion you want to speak at, and you get to say something meaningful. And again, there's no citation, there's no arbitrary thing about main points. You can just get up there, say something meaningful, strive for your best delivery. Again, try the no note card challenge. You don't need notes. I believe that you can do it. Make an outline, practice from that outline, and then practicing it without the notes or holding the notes in your head, so to speak. And it should be a wonderful speech. Thank you again for your hard work. Have fun with this and honor an occasion, because again, these are the speeches that really matter in your life. The speeches where you told the people in your life that you care about them, where you marked those rites of passage in life that are important to you. All right. Thank you so much.